For more on this, joining me now live from Seoul is Benjamin Engel. He's a professor of political science at Dankook University. Great to have you here with us on TRT World. I was thinking maybe you will be able to provide us some insights on this. To what extent there is support within South Korea for the now former president of the country, Yoon Suk Yeol?
Yes, there is still significant support for him. Public polling has shown over the last several weeks that about 60% favored Yoon Suk Yeol's impeachment. About 35% or so wanted to see him stay in office, and those numbers have held remarkably stable since January or so. So there is definitely a sizable portion of the country that does support him. And we can also see that and verify that through the size of the protests that have been in front of his residence this morning, and then also in front of the Constitutional Court ahead of the decision.
So is there a possibility this decision could lead to more instability, political instability in the country?
Well, one good indicator was immediately after the ruling was announced, the ruling People Power Party was quick to issue a statement saying that they will abide by the court's ruling, that they will not try to use some other means to keep Yoon Suk Yeol in power. But this does not, of course, preclude some sort of movement by protesters who are in front of the Constitutional Court or the presidential residence. Unfortunately, we saw the storming of a court in Seoul several weeks back when a ruling was made that went in a direction unfavorable to Yoon Suk Yeol. So I think everybody's on guard against that possibly happening, and the reason why so many police were mobilized today to prepare for such a repeat of that storming of the court.
And Benjamin, what do you think this means for the tensions on the Korean Peninsula? Because we know that former President Yoon Suk Yeol took a hardline stance on North Korea.
Well, the tensions on the Korean Peninsula had been quite substantial before Yoon declared martial law. If you'll probably remember that there were trash balloons being sent down to South Korea by North Korea, and that caused quite a bit of tension with what many people suspect a South Korean drone then flying over Pyongyang. But once the martial law was declared and South Korea went into a situation of political instability, North Korea stopped sending those trash balloons. So things have been relatively quiet on that front, with North Korea having troops in Russia. We would think that they will remain somewhat quiet. So things don't look too problematic at the moment, but you never know when it comes to the Korean Peninsula.
And Benjamin, very quickly before I let you go, what do you think the future holds for Yoon Suk Yeol now? What is going to happen in the next few weeks? Is he going to challenge the decision, and what happens then?
It's hard to say. He has made statements in the previous weeks indicating that he would abide by the decision. He is, this isn't the end of his legal troubles. He is still going to be put on trial for insurrection related to his actions on December 3rd, December 4th. So I would think that he would now start to focus on defending himself against those charges to make sure that he stays out of prison or has to incur other punishments rather than trying to probably fruitlessly try to keep himself in power.
That's Benjamin Engel. Thanks very much, Benjamin, for joining me here on TRT World. Appreciate your taking out the time.
Thanks for having me.